These are 9 times guests on The Tonight Show, starring Johnny Carson went completely off the rails and made television history doing it.
That dog really got him. He should have kicked him in his...
For 3 decades, Johnny ran the desk that defined late-night television, and the best moments were almost never the ones the producers had planned for. Number 1. Buddy Hackett proves one word can ruin a joke.
I'm here tonight.
Yes.
To talk about the First Amendment. I'm not a real citizen.
Buddy Hackett strolled onto The Tonight Show stage in late 1984 beside John Lithgow, carrying a serious grudge against NBC's Standards and Practices Department.
A 3-letter word meaning the rear end of a person. I am not allowed to say it on this show.
That's correct.
You say it once in a while and get away once in a while. Carter said it about a senator, and he got away with it. And I'm not allowed to say it.
The censors had forbidden him from saying one specific 3-letter anatomical word on the air, and Buddy planned to prove on live television exactly how badly that single ban ruined a joke.
Am I not a citizen?
Of course you're a citizen.
Do I have to get elected before I can say rah-rah?
No. Okay.
I have to say buttocks.
Buttocks is accepted.
Buttocks is accepted, but the jokes don't work.
His setup was a string of bits about the human backside, the kind of material he had been refining in the Catskills and in Vegas since the 1950s.
You say, a blind man is walking across a boulevard with a dog, and it gets to an island, and the guy says, "Sir, I know you're blind. Is that your seeing eye dog?" "Yes." "That dog nearly got you. That dog nearly got you destroyed. That dog, you just were lucky." Says,
One by one, he swapped in the polite clinical synonyms the censors wanted him to use, words like buttocks, posterior, rear end, and let the studio audience hear in real time the comic timing collapse with each replacement.
"Really?" Says, "Yes." He reached in his pocket, he took out a cookie. "Is the dog near you? You're gonna give him a cookie?" He said, "I just want to find his head so I can kick him in the box."
To drive the message all the way home, the forbidden word slipped right back in anyway. Johnny had already leaned back in his chair, hand pressed against his face, fighting not to come apart on camera.
It loses.
That dog
No, it
really
loses.
got him. He should have kicked him in his... What the hell are you talking about?
This was no one-time event either, because for 2 decades, Buddy had played the mischievous schoolboy on Johnny's couch, deliberately seeing how much he could sneak past the bleep button, and he held the all-time record for guest appearances on Carson, spending every single one of those visits needling the censors. Number 2. Orson Welles and Robert Blake Throwdown.
Have you met Mr. Wells before?
Mr. Wells, you make Wimpy look skimpy.
October 27th. 1976. Robert Blake had hit the absolute peak of his fame as the star of Beretta, and his reputation off camera was that of a prickly, combative talk show guest. Orson Welles, 61 years old and well over 300 pounds at that point, ranked among Carson's most beloved drop-in regulars.
Well, you see, I'm fat and you're ugly, but I can diet.
The moment Welles came out and settled in beside him, Blake never waited for the small talk. He fired the first jab, a quick crack at the great filmmaker's size, comparing him to a rotund Popeye character. Welles never even blinked. In less than 2 seconds, he delivered a comeback that still ranks among the fastest, sharpest rejoinders in the entire history of late-night television.
I think I'm going to lock up early.
Wayne Dyer and Kelly Garrett had also been booked that same night, and nobody remembers them. Welles kept dropping by Carson's couch right up until his passing in October of 1985. Number 3. Burt Reynolds and the whipped cream fight. Burt Reynolds had already become one of Johnny's most frequent visitors well before this night, and by the time he made his farewell appearance in 1992, Carson would announce on the air that Burt had been on the show 61 times. On September 26, 1974, Reynolds joined a panel that already included Dom DeLuise and Art Carney, and the chaos had kicked off well before he ever got there. That is when Burt walked out, can of whipped cream in hand, glint in his eye. He sprayed Carson's suit without any warning at all. Johnny wrestled the can back. Burt grabbed it back and stuffed a handful straight down Johnny's pants. And within 30 seconds, both men were drenched, slipping in their own dairy products on the Tonight Show set. The tailored suit Carson had worn out ended up completely ruined. 18 years later, on Burt's near-final visit in 1992, Johnny rolled the original 1974 footage on the air. And Burt brought out a fresh can just to spray Ed McMahon and run the whole bit all over again.
He's right. He's right.
Number 4. Dean Martin's Merv Griffin impression.
I don't have to take this as right.
That's right.
We got our
Why
own
don't we go over to
special.
Merv's show?
On December 12, 1975, Dean Martin sauntered out alongside Bob Hope, Charles Nelson Riley, and Carol Wayne. And in classic Dean Martin fashion, he was very, very loose.
Merv?
He's doing a wonderful theme show tonight. Proctologist of the Stars.
He wandered out from behind the curtain unsteadily, and the moment from that night that has lived on came when Dean rolled into a brief, very pointed impression of Merv Griffin.
You know that Merv asks you a question and he never listens to you? Did you know that? He'll say, "How do you feel?" and he'll turn around like that.
Now, you have to understand the context here. Merv Griffin had become Johnny Carson's single biggest rival in the talk show world, having moved to CBS in 1969 specifically to go head-to-head with Carson in late night.
How do you feel, Johnny?
And he turns away, huh?
And he's talking something. No, I mean it.
And the rivalry was still very much simmering by the time Dean walked out in late 1975. Dean's impression took direct aim at Merv's interviewing style.
Seems like we brought the little house in off the prairie, didn't we?
Oh, you're terrible to keep on saying things like that. You still think you have that thing on your head?
Well, we have to take a break here because
I guess, are you gonna bleep the laugh, too?
No,
He mimicked Merv asking a guest a question and then turning his back, capturing what Dean clearly thought of as a host who did not actually listen to a single word his guests said.
we have to take a break here because the fire department is here to resuscitate
I guess
our
he told you
guy
about
for
this
standards
show,
and
didn't he?
practices. Is lying on the floor hard as a carp. So, as soon as we bring him around,
Why, I will.
you got to come back more often.
Johnny, who could never have publicly mocked Merv himself, sat back and let Dean handle that demolition for him.
I don't know about you, but I want to get a seat in the patrol car.
NBC, though, censored a few things that Dean said about Merv, maybe because Merv Griffin was very powerful at that time. Number 5, Richard Pryor and Chevy Chase snipe at each other.
You guys got the network locked up tomorrow night.
Okay. We have?
Sure,
Yeah.
you at 9, him at 10.
Yeah, that's good. Huh?
We're up against the archeries, so who cares, you know?
May 4th, 1977, Richard Pryor and Chevy Chase appeared on the same night to promote their back-to-back NBC specials airing the very next evening.
May I say that I have seen Richard's special?
No, you may not say that.
Okay. I'm very sorry.
Let's go.
In fact, though, that I have seen it, and it's hilarious. It's not quite as funny as mine, but it's really...
The two carried real history into that studio, including a famously tense sketch on Saturday Night Live a year and a half earlier, in which they had traded loaded back-and-forth lines until things boiled over completely.
Have you seen Chevy's special?
I don't like Chevy.
Backstage tensions had never really cooled down between them. Chevy had also recently bolted from SNL for a film career, and rumors swirled around NBC that he was being groomed to one day take over Carson's chair. something Johnny himself was reportedly very aware of.
What is he doing in the show?
He yodels and throws. Huh? What was it you said?
I didn't say nothing, man. Nothing. I just say nothing.
Yeah.
Pryor took the seat right next to Johnny, and within minutes, Chevy began leaning over from the couch and interrupting him.
You gotta deal differently when you're dealing with those people.
When Johnny asked Pryor whether he had seen Chevy's upcoming special, Pryor delivered a flat answer that just hung in the air. The whole thing turned into a real-time sniping match.
I was going to ask you, why didn't you tell Johnny he was going to take over his show?
I knew you'd bring that up, and Johnny and I, we've discussed it, and neither of us care.
Pryor needling Chevy about the rumored Carson takeover. Chevy needling back about Pryor's special.
That monologue you were doing with the chair is a perfect replacement for Johnny.
A lot of chair falls. And my opening monologue will be a fall over chair tonight. Thank you very much.
You guys better be big hits tomorrow night.
Johnny watched both men tear into each other and dryly told them they had better both be hits the very next night. Number 6. Art Carney is hard to control.
What are you wearing on the thing here?
Well, they make, I had a nosebleed. What do you want me to look?
No.
Where's the nosebleed camera? And,
You were booked for the show.
You saved these?
Yeah.
January 22nd, 1975. Art Carney walked out onto Johnny's panel alongside Ann Margaret and Bruce Dern.
And they tested me for high pressure. And I'm on medication now.
Good. You got any extra? Yeah, you want to? Doesn't bother you a bit, huh?
No.
And from the moment he sat down, it was clear Johnny was not going to be steering this particular segment.
So I carried these
Little cough drops.
the cough drops.
Right. No, you missed the pocket.
I beg your pardon?
You missed it.
Let me see. Oh, while they were there, they do something for a nosebleed. But
Carney sat just months away from winning the Academy Award for Best Actor for Harry and Tonto, and he came in loose, mischievous, operating on his own private wavelength.
there's a vessel.
Look, you're not gonna top Ann Margaret no matter what you do. No way.
He drifted between bits, interrupted Johnny mid-question, mugged at the cameras, and went off on tangents nobody in the room could follow.
And I think one of these pills that I take in the morning is, and the other 4 are yellow. They move. They're moving.
Moving pills.
Johnny alternated between bemused laughter and looking out at the audience as if to silently ask what he was supposed to do here.
Me that I got in football.
Why?
I've got a thing called angioneurotic edema. You can get it any place.
The vibe was pure Ed Norton energy on The Tonight Show couch. That same loose, manic comic presence that had made Carney famous on The Honeymooners dropped right into Johnny's living room.
And all of a sudden, I'm talking like this. And they got me to a Dr. Do you want some of this?
No, thanks. No.
And they got me to a doctor. No, this is witch hazel with a little oil of wintergreen and a twist.
And a twist?
He would return to the show several more times that spring. Come April, the Academy handed him his Oscar. Number 7. Buddy Hackett tells his Filipino joke and Johnny almost leaves.
Routine I used to do with the duck. When I used to say the Filipino.
Yes, I do.
With the Filipino.
And you go.
F for P and P for F.
Buddy Hackett returns to our list because once was not nearly enough for him. On June 1st, 1990, Buddy came out with Dave Thomas and Teresa Gansel and rolled out a long-running bit he called Leo the Filipino, sometimes known as the farking ticket joke.
This is the Filipino. When I was a kid working in the Catskills, this is true. Leo was a Filipino salad man. And he used to say F for P and P for F.
The whole premise hinged on a character who swapped 2 specific consonants every single time he opened his mouth, which produced lines that sounded almost exactly like words the censors absolutely could not let through the speakers.
I said, how do you feel? He said, I feel bad today. I said, why? Well, Filipino feel bad when have a bad day because I the car by the fire flock.
Buddy knew exactly what he was doing the entire time. Every sentence built directly on the last one. Every audience member at home could clearly hear what, technically speaking, was not actually being said out loud.
What? As I the car by the fire flock and the policeman give me a ticket. What? He said, well, if you going to the car by the fire flock, I have to write for you the ticket.
Johnny covered his face, leaned away from Buddy, and at one point made a half motion as if he was actually about to stand up and walk right off his own set. And that is where the famous clip title comes from. Johnny almost leaves. He was laughing the entire time.
He says, it's not my fault. It's not my fault, fireman. It's my girlfriend said to in that place because upstairs is the party. We're going to a party upstairs.
By 1990, Hackett had been doing variations on this same routine on Johnny's couch for years, but this was the version that turned into the legend. Number 8. Charles Grodin asks Johnny if he cares about his guests.
A lot of people, when you're on the show, they write me and they call and they say, why does Charles Grodin treat you so shabbily? Doesn't he like you? What is it? I mean, you want to address that or speak to that question?
Charles Grodin had spent nearly 2 decades perfecting one of the strangest, most brilliant talk show personas in television history.
What else are you here for?
That's what I'm asking. If
That's
I would
right.
do that, your attitude would be disdain. You know, when I tried to talk about my book in the hardcover, you said $18.95, you know, that's a lot of money for a book. And I said it's my whole life.
I thought it was.
You said, you know, maybe if it's Mother Teresa's life.
The guest who pretends to be deeply annoyed at the host and treats every single interview like an irritation he has been forced to endure.
I didn't know you were that sensitive. You actually remember that.
I'm so sensitive, I really can't answer a question from someone who's not interested in the question.
I'm very interested in the question. Now, what? It's all right. It's okay. I'm used to it.
He had appeared on Carson 36 times by 1990. NBC reportedly fielded letters from confused viewers who genuinely did not realize the whole thing was a bit.
I suppose the thing is to get it when you can.
Are you whispering again?
Oh, no, you said I'm whispering last time.
Yeah, you talk very softly for me. I don't know why.
Are you hearing me
This is
right
what
in?
you sound like.
Okay.
You're talking, you made a book, no? Why? I think so.
On September 5th, 1990, Grodin came on to promote his new film, Taking Care of Business, and the paperback release of his memoir.
Well, but look at you. I mean, you don't really care what I have to say, do you? Honestly?
No.
And that is when he turned the spotlight straight back onto Johnny himself. Stone-faced, in absolutely earnest tone, he asked Carson whether the man actually cared about anything in life.
No, I'm more interested in knowing what you really are. Are you interested in anything at all?
Absolutely. That's why I'm asking.
No,
yes.
no, you're really. No, really.
Of course I am.
You really care?
Yes.
What do you care about? I mean, in life. You care about anything?
About anything at all. About his guests. About the world. He accused Johnny of reducing the entire global news cycle, including the brand new crisis that had erupted exactly 1 month earlier, into a couple of monologue jokes.
Don't you know what the human condition means?
Yeah, but what do you care about the human condition? You've reduced the entire world situation, Iraq and everything, to an opening monologue.
Johnny, who had spent 2 decades playing along with Grodin's needling, fired back zinger after zinger, leaning fully into the bit.
You don't understand it, do you?
It's amazing. How long have you been on the air? You know, we so appreciate that you're here. It doesn't really matter what you're saying.
B.B. King performed on the same episode, and Amy Yazbek dropped by to promote Problem. But the segment everyone remembers is 2 grown men pretending to be furious with each other while clearly enjoying every second of it.
That's right. So if you ask me what I'm up to, I'm not going to answer because I'm not going to make a fool of myself and watch you go to sleep as I answer the question.
Number 9. Robin Williams is out of control.
You are healed.
Yes.
Yes.
Some of the evangelists are so hard up now they're healing appliances. Bring forward the blender. Oh, you can't make julienne fries. Say popeel and come on home, mama.
Popeel.
Yeah. Say frappe for no reason.
April 3rd, 1984. Robin Williams was transitioning from his Mork and Mindy years into full-blown film stardom.
I get hooked on those guys.
Oh, it's Reverend Gene Scott's the best to watch because he's always like, believe me. I take no medication, but I'm on TV 48 hours a day. Come on, send that money now. If you don't believe, you'll be smoking in something special. Come on home.
The World According to Garp had already come out 2 years earlier, and Moscow on the Hudson was about to drop. His Tonight Show appearances had already turned legendary for one single reason. Nobody, not even Johnny, knew what was about to come flying out of him in the next 10 seconds.
Lovely wrinkles.
It's all there.
Last time I saw you, we were, I was out at Malibu sitting on the beach one day.
It's lovely out there.
Yes.
My God, look, there's a Negro. Let's talk to someone. Pardon me, can you teach me this?
On this particular night, Robin came out opposite the singer and actress, Phyllis Newman, and within a minute, he had launched into one of his classic stream of consciousness storms.
The nice thing about living at the beach, at any moment, you can have a mobile home. Look, there goes Bob and Ted.
We rent as a houseboat in the summer, actually. Hook onto it.
He hit them with rapid-fire characters, voices, accents, free associations. Anything that flew into his head got performed at full volume right then and there.
You're looking good.
Thank you, sir. This is a lovely suit for the Marquis de Suede. Whether you're having a meeting or simply tying yourself up.
Phyllis Newman, who had been booked for a quiet chat about her career, ended up just holding on for the ride. Williams would go on to appear on Carson 9 times in total.
This is, you pick out...
Pick out my clothes? No,
yes.
Someone just goes,
Here, buy this. Take a chance. I don't know, put some pads in it, maybe. Look, lovely from Quasimodo, Sanctuary Jeans.
And Johnny invited him back as one of only 2 guests on his second-to-last show in May of 1992, alongside Bette Midler.
Look at these flowers, my God. Oh, no. Someone at Forest Lawn's going, where are the flowers?
These are all from the NBC shows that have died the past couple of weeks.
That is an honor Carson extended to almost no one else in his career. Every single one of these moments shares the same secret ingredient, Johnny Carson himself. Most hosts panic when a guest goes off the rails, but Carson understood something very different, that the best television happens precisely when nobody is in control. He leaned back, let it happen, and reaped the laughs. From Buddy Hackett baiting the censors to Orson Welles delivering lightning-fast comebacks. From Burt Reynolds soaking him in dairy products to Charles Grodin pretending he could not stand him, none of these moments were disasters in any real sense. They were the show at its absolute peak, because Johnny knew exactly when to step out of the way and let the chaos unfold on his own couch. He held that chair for 30 years for a reason. If you remember watching any of these moments live, drop a memory in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this trip back to The Tonight Show, the like button does not bite.